BYU Cougars have made a huge announcement out of their athletic department. Zach, let's take a look. New director of athletics, Brian Santiago. And I applaud the Cougs once again. Now, a lot of times when stuff like this happens, this is a major job. So once there's news or talk about BYU's athletic director, I think it was Tom Holm, I think. Forgive me on the last name. I never actually had an opportunity to meet him when I've been out there calling games. I'm sure there were a lot of people that were put in front of the folks, the decision makers in Provo and maybe around the country, right? There's a lot of folks affiliated with BYU and the LDS that, it's quite possible that certain big wigs could have been turned away for this job. And the reason why they were turned away, because of the brilliant move to hire one of their own. Brian Santiago is, by the way, he's got basketball roots. He started at BYU in 1997, right, with the university as a member of their basketball coaching staff. Now he's going to be their athletic director. In between, right, in 2008, I think he was named a director of athletics, not the athletic director, but I think a manager. And then in 2017, he became the deputy AD. And that job, I know that job just from being around college sports. When you're the deputy AD, you are very involved with 10, 15 sports around campus. And you're really you truly are the next in line, right? And so things are going so well at BYU. Why would you make it a drastic change? And they didn't. And that's the key to sustaining greatness and continuing the uptick at a university like BYU, which is truly, we've seen what's happened to their athletic department. The football team last year, lights out. Basketball as well, making the Sweet 16 for the first time ever, I think. Or not the first time ever. But they've never been to a Final Four or championship, right? Trying to earn that, right? And do that with a new coach and a new program that continues to accrue talent because they're good at it and they have the resources to make it happen. This is a huge move for BYU, and I got to give them huge props because it is so easy. Look, man, being around some major college universities and growing up around Villanova, whenever a job like that opens up, I just know the significance that decision takes on within not just an athletic department, obviously, but a school, and how an athletic director can completely change the direction a school is going in and can catapult them to a whole nother level financially or from a marketing standpoint or from a public awareness standpoint around the country. And BYU did not go outside of itself, right? I talk about this being in recovery and being, sober for 13 years. You got to get out of yourself, right? In order to help other people and to move the right direction in your life in recovery, right? That's fulfilling. Go outside of yourself. BYU didn't do that because they had no reason to, right? On a much different level, they stayed within themselves and made a brilliant decision to hire one of their own. So you got to say big time props to BYU. I feel so good about where they're going and the fact that they're a part of the Big 12, the fact that I get to call games in the Big 12, and the fact that they continue this rise is a lot of fun. Although, I love the BYU-Baylor rivalry that is now brewing with my man Rob Wright out in Provo, right? One of my Philly guys, one of my own. So that's good news for BYU. NBA basketball, huge one tonight. The New York Knicks have an opportunity to make the Eastern Conference Finals. They're the favorite to win the Eastern Conference now. I don't know when the last time we talked about that. The New York Knicks actually being favorites to win the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, I think everybody needs to pump the brakes because the Pacers are the hottest team in the NBA right now.